Hello and welcome to our channel. In this video we look over to an AskReddit post of what simple mistake has ended lives. Leaving the stranded vehicle on the road in winter and trying to walk to get help. It happens in rural parts of our province once or twice a year, and they find the body a few days later. They get disoriented and freeze. That all heart attacks have the exact same symptoms. They don't. Trust yourself and seek help ASAP if you are afraid that you're having a heart attack. I've had 4 heart attacks, unfortunately. My first one for a week, my left arm steadily got more and more sore. That was the symptom. Although it got so bad that when I woke up, it was just killing me. I couldn't find a comfortable position at all. Ended up going to the ER and surprise. Heart attack. My second one, I had arm soreness again and I kinda knew what that felt like, so I got checked out, and sure enough. My third one, I was fatigued. No soreness or other symptoms. Just really tired, so I went to my primary care to get checked out. They screened me for COVID, sent me to the hospital for an X-ray and lab work. Was about to leave when they called me and said, "Where are you? Go to the ER right now." My last one, I was feeling a little sore, not really great. I've had low blood pressure a couple of times, thought I was having that again. I wasn't, it was high. But I also had a small heart attack. I am, in case you're wondering, a guy. My symptoms have been more woman-like. Certainly not chest clutching at all, nor any shortness of breath associated with them. So I don't want to worry anyone, but read up on the symptoms, especially if your family has a history of heart issues, and don't fuck around. If you don't feel right, get checked out. Not being honest with doctors about Viagra. It has many dangerous drug interactions and can cause a lot of problems from what I've heard. Trust me, the doctor ain't gonna judge you guys. They have seen much more embarrassing things. And it would suck to die because you wanted to hide something just for it to be later stated in your death certificate. A friend's husband locked himself out of their home. He tried to get in through a window that had security bars. While squeezing through, his foot slipped, and he essentially hung himself on the windowsill. The Goiânia accident. Kyle Hill video on the incident. A court in Brazil had been made aware that there was an unsecured source of radiation in a condemned cancer treatment clinic due to be torn down, but did not let anyone safely remove it. A scrap collector went into the building, found the radiation source, broke it open, and found glowing blue powder inside. No one knew it was extremely radioactive cesium powder, and the glowing blue light emitted by the powder was beautiful. It was spread around much of the local city before reports of widespread radiation sickness prompted government emergency action. Multiple people died of radiation poisoning, including one 6-year-old girl. As an additional butthole clencher, the fire department very nearly threw the bag holding the remaining powder into the local river. Not wearing a seatbelt. When I was a kid, there was a family down the street with 3 small children. The parents had a fairly ugly breakup, and the mom ran off with her new boyfriend. Every single time she dropped the kids off at his house for visitation, the drop-off devolved into a screaming match in their front yard. One day she shows up to drop off the kids with her boyfriend. Boyfriend and dad get into a shouting match, and the boyfriend punched the dad, laying him out on the front lawn. The boyfriend and mom then jumped in their car and took off. A moment later, the dad came to, hopped in his pickup truck, and floored it out of his driveway in pursuit. Not sure what he was planning to do, but he wasn't going to let them get away. He didn't realize that his 3 children were standing behind the pickup when he threw it into reverse and floored it. All 3 were killed, and the witnesses said it was incredibly gory because 2 of them were sucked under the spinning truck tires. He spent a decade in prison and lost everything he had. Worst part is, all of the stories that came out said that he'd been a great dad and wasn't at fault in the breakup. Mom had got herself hooked on drugs while trying to lose weight, and the boyfriend was her new dealer. He was a good guy who got stuck in a shitty situation and then made one horrific mistake. Mao's idea to get rid of sparrows. In short, China's great leader Mao had calculated that sparrows eat grain, and if China got rid of them, they would have more food. So they did indeed decimate the sparrow population. They did not consider that sparrows eat lots of insects as well, which started to thrive, including locusts. The locusts ate the grain, famine, between 16 and 30 million people died. When he recognized his mistake, he asked the Soviet Union for help and they secretly shipped sparrows to China. This is a bit a stretch though, lots of factors led to the famine, lots of mistakes were made. But of all of them, this was probably the most obviously stupid one. My mom's older brother had a friend over after school. My pap had left a shotgun on the table that he was intending to clean. When my gram came home from errands, she found her son, sitting in the chair and facing the TV, with no face left. His friend had been playing with the gun and accidentally shot him in the face because the kid assumed it wasn't loaded. They were both 11-year-old boys in the late 70s, so I'm sure this wasn't necessarily uncommon. Friend was having a beer in a tavern. Some guys came in and started messing with my friend. He moved seats twice and then got up to leave when one of the guys threw a punch. My friend threw one punch back and the guy he hit landed in the ICU and wasn't expected to live. Friend was sitting in jail just waiting for the guy he punched to either die or recover. Turns out the guy he punched recovered. Friend took a reduced charge of aggravated assault, a felony. 1 punch. That dude who ate a slug as a dare.
Wait. What?
Australian rugby player ate a standard garden slug, contracted a deadly disease which paralyzed him for 8 years before eventually killing him.
We hope you enjoyed our video. Make sure to like and subscribe as we plan to upload more in the future.